Best way to start a Texas art debate?
Who are the best bluebonnet painters?
Exactly. I mean, after all, it's the iconic Texas subject matter, and it's the standard by which most historic and important Texas artists can be compared. And they're just so darn beautiful, aren't they? It's that sea of blue that explodes across the Texas landscape every spring and just cries out to be immortalized by the artist's brush.
And so many of them worked right here in San Antonio and the surrounding hill country area. So for our list of the top 10 Texas bluebonnet painters, we considered their skill and technique, their reputation and influence, their value at auction, and, well, that X factor.
Definitely. Now, art is by its nature subjective to an extent, right? So any best of list is definitely going to be, well, debatable. So let the debate begin.
In no particular order then, here's our list of the top 10 Texas bluebonnet painters, along with their average auction sales prices for those bluebonnet paintings. Julian Onderdonk, the master, worked from his San Antonio studio, executing some of the most accomplished impressionist depictions of the Texas landscape. Jose Arpa worked from his San Antonio studio as well, gaining fame for his depictions of bright, streaming sunlight and color in his paintings of the Texas hill country.
An accomplished artist in her own right, Louise Cherry was instrumental in bringing the Impressionist movement to Texas, which deeply influenced many of the artists on this list. Artist and art teacher E.P. McGill experimented with texture to capture the essence of natural light in her impressionistic Texas landscapes.
Considered a transitional artist, Paul Rodda Cook's Texas landscapes bridge the traditions of the so-called bluebonnet school and the more modern move towards non-objective work. Ella Marie Mewhinney was a notable champion of women Texas artists. Her own works portray the Texas hill country with a luminescent quality, meticulously colored and distinctly vivid.
Robert Wood was a prolific artist of the landscapes of Texas and the American West, receiving praise for his dramatic yet delicate portrayal of luminescent daylight and striking use of color. And a student of Robert Wood's, Porfirio Salinas went on to widespread fame for his near photographic depictions of his Texas hill country homeland.
Retired Lutheran minister W.A. Slaughter became a very popular and prolific bluebonnet artist, working in his Dallas studio, using photographs he'd taken on his road trips across Texas. Considered by many to be the greatest living bluebonnet painter, Robert Harrison is celebrated for his masterful sense of spatial relationships, as well as his use of light and shadow in these gorgeous landscapes. Of course, there are many accomplished bluebonnet painters, and you may even have your own favorites.
Definitely, and it's like we said at the top, art is to an extent subjective after all, right? I think the one thing we can definitely all agree on is that it's wonderful we have here in Texas this legacy of some truly, truly talented artists that have taken on that iconic Texas subject matter of the bluebonnet.
For a more detailed and in-depth article on our top 10 Texas bluebonnet painters, please click the link below in the description. We hope to see you at our next fine Texas and Western art auction here at Vote, the Texas Auction.